But this is Michael van der Veen appearing on the news shortly after wrapping up the trial. This is CBS. This is batshit. You're going to love it.
That we heard from Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. He ended the trial with this passionate speech about President Trump's involvement in the insurrection. During it, he said that the former president is still liable for everything he did during his period in office. Are you expecting to face more charges against Mr. Trump in the near future?
As if he would still be representing Trump.
No, that's just political rhetoric, and I was hopeful that something would come out of this, that the political rhetoric would stop out of Washington, D.C.
As somebody brought up in Egoplex's chat last night, political rhetoric from Washington, who would have expected it?
Those words coming from the leader of the Republican Party in the Senate.
I'm not surprised to hear a politician say anything at all. No.
Well, throughout
he's calm right now and docile, but hold on just one second.
In inciting the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol, you argued, first of all, that there was no insurrection, but during your closing arguments, you seemingly admitted that there was, in fact, an insurrection, using that word, saying that was not up for debate. What role did the former president play?
You didn't understand the case. I used the word
I'll give you the opportunity to clarify, sir.
Sure. I used the word insurrection in my closing argument when quoting the charging documents. What happened at the Capitol on January 6th is absolutely horrific. But what happened at the Capitol during this trial was not too far away from that. The prosecutors in this case doctored evidence. They did not investigate this case, and when they had...
That's a hell of a lot of hyperboles, sir.
...of the Senate to put their case on, because they hadn't done any investigation, they doctored evidence. It was absolutely shocking, I think, when we discovered it and we were able to expose it and put it out.
Now, I still, according to a Hill article, a staffer for the Democrats basically said it was something with the archival procedure with Twitter. That they stand by everything that they showed was correct. Van der Veen is only taking issue with a checkmark. And, apparently a date was wrong, but, the date was wrong on the picture, but the tweet actually happened when they said it happened. The date was just wrong. The staffer chalked it up to something with the archival process at Twitter. That's the best I can get. I figured it was something like where maybe they had a template of a graphic and they just cut the inside of it out and put it in or something like that and had the check mark. I thought that was, and it wasn't a screenshot, but apparently they're blaming it on Twitter. But the substance of the tweets were correct.
I think it turned a lot of senators. The American people should not be putting up...
It didn't turn anybody.
They need to look at who these House managers were and look to see whether these are the folks they want representing them. It was shocking to me. Wouldn't have believed it.
Let's follow up with a point that you're making right now.
So here we go.
House managers, as you say, doctoring evidence, and the argument.
They didn't deny
for our viewers.
They didn't deny it. I put it in front of them 3 times.
To be clear for our viewers, what you're talking.
Now they just really didn't address it. They just kind of shrugged it off. They never the tweets were correct. But she asked the most innocuous question here. Now, right-wing media shared this shit out and said, he destroyed mainstream media. A chud actually tagged me in a post and said, you should play this clip on your show. And I said, sir, I've already got this clip bookmarked to play on my show. Of course I'm going to play this clip on my show. This motherfucker looks like a petulant child that has no fucking clue what he's talking about. He's getting ready to throw a fucking fit on national TV.
Talking about now is a check mark. That's a verification on Twitter that did not exist on that particular tweet. A 2020 that should have actually read 2021. And the selective editing, you say, of the tapes. Is that the doctored evidence of what you're speaking?
That's not enough for you? That's not enough for you?
Are you saying it's fine? That's not enough for you?
I am not a juror in this trial. What I'm trying to be clear for our viewers is what you're referring to, because not everybody has been following.
It's not okay
not everybody,
to doctor
sir,
a little bit of evidence. Respectfully.
I have not said it is. I have not said it is okay.
Ma'am, your question is
I want to be clear for our viewers.
Listen, what has to happen is
he's just dripping with self-righteous indignation.
The media has to start telling the right story in this country. The media is trying to divide this country. You are bloodthirsty for ratings, and as such...
The media and not your client, who consistently told a complete fabrication in the hopes of being able to overturn a democratic election. You think the media is trying to divide the country?
You're asking questions now that are already set up with a fact pattern.
That's what he's wanting.
You would
yes.
ask me a question indicating that it's all right just to doctor a little bit of evidence. There's more stuff that we uncovered that they doctored, to be frank with you, and perhaps that will come out one day. But we won this case.
It's also another Republican tactic.
Loser, but what happened?
Oh, there was more.
I should say.
You should see it.
What should happen is somebody should look at the conduct of these House managers. It's unconscionable, aside from all of the due process violations that my client had. And the media should be looking at a square, straight way. The straight way. When I watch the news,
not a gay way.
I watch one station and it's raining. I watch another station at the same time and it's sunny. Your coverage is so slanted.
That's not the only place Biden has taken some shitty positions.
Stop and start reporting more like PBS.
Trying to stick his nose in Ecuador as well.
A TV news show that doesn't have any journalistic integrity at all. What I'm telling you is that they doctored evidence.
Square Straight.
I believe your question says...
That's that place. Square Straight is the sponsor of this show, and that's where you need to go if you need to create a website with pizzazz. That's a joke. Some, like, those of you hardcore podcast listeners, YouTubers might get what I'm talking about. But yeah, the Biden's foreign policy, and believe me, I was under no illusion that Biden's foreign policy was going to suck ass. And it has thus far.
Year of a date here. They switched the date of a Twitter a year.
Is GeoCities even a thing still?
To this case. That's not a small thing, ma'am. The other thing they did is they put a check mark on something to make it look like it was a validated account when it wasn't. And when they were caught, they didn't say anything about it.
And then my guess on that was that they received their check mark since all this, since they became like a public figure or something, because they got cut off in all this. They got a check mark and got verified through Twitter somehow. That was my guess, and that they went back and took the screenshot after they got the check mark. And they didn't have a check mark originally. But like, do you think this motherfucker even knows how Twitter works? They're now in the Illuminati. Don't some conspiracy theorists say that kind of shit?
They didn't even try to come up with an excuse about it. And that's not the way our prosecutors or our government officials should be conducted.
Apparently the blue checks on Twitter run everything, including the tech companies.
Get away with it either. I'm tired of the biased media on both sides, left and right. What this country wants, what this country needs, is this country to come together, to take the left and the right and find a middle ground and start responsibly being our public officials, our elected officials. And one of the reasons why they do it is because of the media. because the media wants to tell their narrative rather than just telling it like it is. And frankly, I'm tired of it. I'm not a media. I'm not in front of your cameras all the time. But what
right.
We can tell.
I understand. I understand, and I've given you the opportunity.
You don't want to hear the truth. Yeah. Okay.
I've given you the opportunity.
She handled this really well.
What I said was that for our viewers who have not been following all of the hours of this trial,
like us,
clear about what you are speaking about, and I understand.
I'm speaking
of fucking masochists that sat through this whole fucking charade.
That's what I'm telling
and
you. They weren't able to prove their case.
Acquittal. You have won the acquittal of your client.
Yes,
and if you'd like to continue to talk about this conversation, we can have that discussion.
I don't need to.
But for me to ask a question, to clarify for our viewers,
a slanted question that was set up to say it's okay for them to cheat. That was your.
No. It's not. He's accusing her of a loaded question fallacy. But she didn't do that. She was asking him to clarify what his insinuation was about them doctoring evidence. And then he threw that red herring in there, like, oh, well, how much is enough for you? Like, it's a complete distraction because he can't win on the merits of his argument.
Your question. Isn't it okay for them to cheat?
I
guess that's why he was a good lawyer for Trump.
You said, to be fair, it was only a check on the Twitter. That's what you said. You got to live by your words. That's the problem. The media has to start living by the truth and not try to create a narrative.
Michael Van Der Veen.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us. I do appreciate.
Citizen.
Yep.
Okay. I see you taking off your microphone now. That was President Trump's defense attorney, Michael Van Der Veen.
I love that she laughed at him. I don't think she said to be fair. He was a shit lawyer, but like, I don't know about shit lawyer. Like, he was good at fucking circular reasoning and throwing dirty rhetorical tricks out there. He was what Trump needed in that situation. For the moment, Michael Van Der Veen was exactly what Trump needed. And compared with Castor and Schoen, like, fuck, that motherfucker was an all-star.